Hey, welcome to another episode of Curvature's Ask the Expert. My name is Christine Austria, and today we're talking about myths about pre-owned IT hardware with Matt Swann, Curvature server and storage solution sales engineer. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Christine, what are we starting with today?
Okay, so there's a lot of myths surrounding pre-owned IT hardware that prevent some people from taking advantage of it. Can you share some of these myths and provide insights into why they aren't true?
Yeah, of course. So one of the common myths perpetuated is that since the hardware has been previously used, it's old and more than likely to fail than newer gear. So interestingly, IT hardware actually has what is called a burn-in period. And this basically explains that if a piece of hardware is going to fail, it's most likely going to fail in its newer infant stage. And this is usually going to be a result of, manufacturing defects and stuff like that. But once this burn-in period is complete, components actually do tend to function without issue for a very long time.
That's also called the bathtub curve, right?
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's kind of worth noting too that while this burn-in period technically applies to all IT hardware, it's usually going to be most noticeable on DIMMs and hard drives. And then hopping into another big myth, it's that if you buy hardware from the pre-owned market, you're not going to be able to access important software updates. There's certainly caveats to this, but actually a majority of the important firmware and BIOS updates are actually going to be publicly available for download directly from most OEMs. So that's also something you don't really need to worry about.
Can our customers rely on Curvature to assist them in finding these downloads?
Oh yeah, we're always happy to try to point you in the right direction. And then to round out the third and final myth around pre-owned hardware, it's that since the hardware isn't being purchased from the OEM, it's not going to be eligible for support. And this is technically true in the sense that OEMs tend to not offer support on gear that's bought in the pre-owned market, but other companies do exist, such as our parent company, Park Place Technologies, that actually specialize in third-party maintenance on pre-owned gear. And it's also kind of a fun fact that many of the engineers at Park Place actually used to work for some of these bigger OEMs. So you're essentially getting very similar support and usually at a much better price.
Thanks again, Matt, for joining us. If you have any questions for one of our sales engineers, simply leave a comment below or contact us, and we'll see you next time on Ask the Expert.